Just go check it. It's fine. Uh, brr, brr. Yep, we're live. Just gonna copy that. And, I'm joining back in half a second. I just gotta go tell Jake to tweet this out. All right, now we're good. I'm just gonna wait for him to. Uh, yeah. All right. Well, fuck it. We got a late start today, so let's just get this rolling. Whoa! Hold on, wait. Wait, there might be a third. Tubby, you gonna figure out how to work your mic or?
Hello! Hello!
Wow, you made it. Last second edition.
You know what, boys? I figured, I'm
Blue game?
feeling it. Honestly, I plan on going to bed when I got off work. Didn't really pan out for me, and you know, I I fell asleep yesterday from 7 p.m. until 5 a.m. this morning. Couldn't go back to bed. Um, I woke up. I thought I pissed myself because I was sweating so much because I had the night sweats. So I 100% planned on falling asleep when I got home from work today, and that didn't happen. So I mean, I saw the pod was live, and I was like, you know what, I'll hop on if the boys will have me. That's fine. I mean, I'll still talk and you know what, I'll say my piece during the giant gripe session.
No. I was about to, and then someone joined out of left field.
Hold up, it's what's it called? There's a WWE star that fucking has that crazy walkout, the Undertaker, whatever that fuck. That was me.
The
Yeah, that was me.
That one. Yep. Well, boys, here we are. It's episode 8. We Know Ball, NFL edition. I'm Mike here with good old Smiles on a surprising random out of left field show up, and Sketchy. You know, Sketchy, fan of a interesting franchise. I was gonna go into him, but I chose not to. And then
leave the guy alone.
And then
Oh, he's out of here. Look what you did.
And
my.
and then we got Austin, a fan of the team that can't play defense, and then there's me, fan of a team that can't hold a 10-point lead on a road game.
How many times are we gonna have this gripe sesh?
Thoughts and prayers with Brian Dable and his family as he's been fired as our head coach. Don't think it was the right move. I don't really know if I agree with it. I understand that you can't have a 2-8 record 3 straight seasons. I get that, but you should.
Whatever his record's been is
240 and 1, 2040 and 1. Sorry. But I understand. Look, at the end of the season, I would have been fine letting him go. I would have understood it with just how the teams played, but didn't really agree with the move during the season. But I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see what Kafka has to offer.
I heard that there was so I read on Twitter today there was actually apparently he was doing a lot of finger pointing and yelling at offensive coaches for that collapse in Chicago. Kind of was a toxic environment. That's what I read on the Twitter sphere today. Through some giant fan bases that I do follow now because I'm a Jackson Dart fan.
Yeah.
So that's what I heard.
I also heard that it was to do with how the usage of Dart in the running game and everything.
So I'll piggyback onto that a little bit. So the guy I work with, he's a huge Bengals fan, and he said that the Bengals should have fired Zach Taylor when Joe got hurt the first time with the ACL, because he says once you wreck the Ferrari, you shouldn't keep the keys to the car. Dable didn't even wreck the Ferrari; he just scuffed the bumper.
Yeah,
he scuffed the bumper. Giants, they said, oh, this fourth time going to the blue tent for concussion. They said get him out of there, which I'm not completely against I'm not completely against that because at the end of the day you have to protect your franchise quarterback, and Dable's just at some point the coach has to protect the player from himself. And I think Dable was feeding more into the Jackson. Let's use him more in the run game and whatnot. And that's kind of why you've seen him go to the blue tent 4 times in as many weeks with a concussion protocol.
Yeah, and
he hit a curb. Yeah, it's 100%. I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
Hold up, the Miami Dolphins are kind of balling right now.
Yeah, Tua's just chucking the ball up. But my biggest concern with the Giants is I can't believe they didn't fire whatever his name is. I don't know their DC's name. Can't believe that cat's. I can't believe he still has a fucking job. But then also how long's what's his name been the GM for the Giants? What, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, it came in with Dable
before going on 5.
Joe Shane, yeah, they both came in from the Bills.
Same time, okay. So Dable, from also what I've read as well, is Dable's he hasn't always had his guys. I feel like these few draft picks, first rounders, Dable was the one who wanted Malik. Your GM wanted Rome Odunze. We know Malik is way better than Rome. And then what's his name?
The GM didn't want Dart. Joe Shane didn't want Dart. Dable wanted to take Dart at 3.
Well, Dable also wanted to trade up and take Jaden last year as well. I think he was bigger on Jaden. But it's your coach is telling the GM these players, and obviously have what we've seen in this small sample size with Jackson, is that enough to be okay, this was the right, giving up that second, giving up the third? What is Jackson going to be worth that 5-6 years from now? From our small sample size that we've seen, I would say yes. but like your coach that is making these moves that like pick Malik over Rome, right? Which I think everybody will say that was the right move. And then also, convincing his GM, hey, this is our guy. Like, this is my guy for quarterback because he hadn't had his guy quarterback. He was stuck with Daniel Jones, which I just Danny Dimes. We'll get in that conversation later. I feel like he's just in a good system. Wasn't really a good system for Dable, and didn't work out. And then you finally give him his guy. Now his star running backs out, or his new up and coming running backs out. His wide receivers are shit. His offensive line just blows. And
the O-line has not been bad this year. That's the one thing I'll say. The O-line has not been that bad.
But they're not
granted. I think the sack numbers have been limited because of Dart's
Jackson's
escapability.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's a bad move for the Giants to do it now. I was under the impression that they were. I thought that he was going to get this year and next year, but I mean, when you've won as many games in 1 year that you in 4 years of being the coach there, you won 9 games 1 year. You've only won 9 combined the next 3. I mean, 11. It's whatever. He just got to 11. It was 9 this year or whatever it was. It's
no,
it's he didn't do enough to keep his job. He didn't do enough to keep his job. That's it. I was just shocked in it as well. But not even a backup.
All right,
he had to throw it. He had to throw in fucking that bum.
Also, thank you, Mike Kafka. Thank you, Mike. Listen up. Mike Kafka. At least he's a man of the people. He knows we do not want to watch 3 walk out there.
No, that did. When I remember the last drive, like the last pass or whatever, there was like 30 seconds left. Chicago had to go knee it out. And the camera cuts to Russell, and he's on the bench, like sitting over, leaning over to somebody, smiling and talking. It's like, I wanted to punch that guy, and I'm not even a fucking Giants fan. That guy just is so unlikable. Like, you had one job to go in, contain the lead, maybe have to go put up some points, and
got a first down.
He lost him. He lost him the fucking game. Then he's on the bench over there smiling and laughing like he doesn't give a fuck. Like, at that point, just retire. Fuck. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good move for the Giants. I mean, we'll see who they bring in. I'm in the same. Yeah. There's no. This guy. They should have just kept Justin. I don't know. I don't know if he's under a deal. I don't know if they signed him to a 1 year or 2 year.
I think there's an option. I think there's an option at the end of it.
I don't see another team giving this guy more than. I don't see another
$3 million a year.
I don't even see him bringing him back.
The Bengals sign him. The Bengals sign him.
No, he can't throw the ball.
I know. Sign them. Sign to the Bengals. Deal with what I dealt with.
I do not see another. I don't see 31 other teams looking at Russell Wilson being like, yeah, this is a guy that I want to bring in as like a set, not even a starter, as a fucking backup. He gives you no value. He gives you no value. He gives you nothing. He's 40 years old. I think he's done. I think he's out. I think, and I know we're jumping and we're talking about Russ, but I think he's retired at the end of the year. There's no, like, he doesn't have that anymore. Yeah. Well,
let's not act like he was dog shit.
Like, he's won a Super Bowl.
You can.
He has, I guess, some leadership to give. It's just, I wouldn't even want to get. There's like you heard Jackson talk about in his pre-draft. What's one quarterback you want to learn under? He's not naming Russell. He named Jameis. Like I don't think you can name the 31 starting quarterbacks in the league. Take away the vets, so you get down to like 18 to 20. I don't think the other 18 young guys would want to learn from Russell Wilson. And he was good and he was great in Seattle. It's just like you said, he was good at a
He's
couple
washed up.
things. He's just it's look, man. It's not necessarily. Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Joe Burrow's going to be a Jet.
All right, you want to talk about the Bengals now on the Giants slide? Nah, we can talk. Nah, just go to Broncos slide. You're 8-2. Yeah, that's a conversation. Look, I swear, you just think I rage bait you on purpose. I'm not. There's two teams that I'm not sold on in the entire NFL. And it's the Colts and the
Colts.
Broncos. I think they're the biggest fucking frauds in the world. We'll have that conversation, I guess, when we get to your slide. All I'm saying is, I'm back on the fucking Kool-Aid. I'm sipping it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He thinks that they can fucking come back.
Back on the fucking Kool-Aid.
Oh, no.
If Nine walks back out there, I don't give a rat's. If Nine walks on the football field, I'm delusional. I don't care. Guess what?
Oh, no. Here we go.
We don't even have our best two DNs this week. I don't even give a fuck. Okay, they win this week. They go to if they win this week. All right, you want to do me a favor? Since you want to pull up other shit on the stream, right? Okay. 100%. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So, I have said this for a decent amount of time now. Now, I'm not going to lie. They lost to the Jets. They lost me. Okay. I was completely out on this football team. And then they released Joe coming back. And I'm like, wait, maybe this light's on fire under some cats. They got to win some football games. The Bengals path to the playoffs. It's very simple, and it does start this week. I do think they announced the Joe Burrow designating him back or reassigning him from the IR back at the date they did it for one simple reason. Okay. So 21 days from the day he's got to be taken off the IR. That would be on the Saturday after they play the Ravens. Okay. So he's got to be elevated before that game. He's going to play his first game back in Baltimore on Thanksgiving. That's when he's coming back, and it's in Baltimore. He wants to win. He wants to win there so fucking bad. So the Bengals, look, you can laugh. I'll tell you, it's so simple. Okay, historically, the Bengals defense gets better as the season goes on. We saw that last year with this defense. You're not wrong. You guys are. You're not wrong. I'm completely in a delusional state of mind. I 100% I am. I don't care. When you spend $2,000 a year on season tickets, you get to be delusional. You're allowed, okay? And if Joe Burrow's sitting on a fucking podcast or post-practice interview saying it's possible and they can win the division, then you know what? I'm gonna fucking say it's possible. The only way it's possible though is at 9-8. That's the only way it's happening. It's at 9-8. Okay, and there's a path to it, and you can say 9-8 is gonna win you this division. Go pull up the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers schedule. Pittsburgh, yes. So your key. So they have to win football games. They're not supposed to win. They do not have to win in Pittsburgh this week. They do not have to, but it would help them out a lot. They need to split. They need to split these next two games. So New England and Patriots game, or New England and Pittsburgh, they need to be 1-1, and then you get Joe back.
Pittsburgh. You got to beat Pittsburgh.
And then you get Joe back. Okay, you get Joe back for Baltimore, Buffalo, Baltimore. You got to be 2-1. You got
to win both games against Baltimore. You have to win both games against Baltimore.
You got to be 2-1, and then you got to win the last three. So you literally have to finish. Lamar's Twitter's been talking. Apparently, Lamar's injuries are still lingering around as he did not practice on Wednesday, and I do not know what his status was today. I'm more than aware, but apparently, whatever hammy injury he's having is still lingering around. It's still bothering him after he's been back for a few weeks. So
He had a full practice
today, but he DNP'd yesterday.
Yeah, it's his knee this time.
Okay, so he's got some injury. I'm just saying, look. Burrow comes back. This offense has showed you they can put up 40 on anybody. If you think Joe's not going to come back and can't do what
Joe Flacco's doing,
you're fucking nuts, and you definitely don't know shit about ball.
Well, hold on. You do have to factor in like everyone see now this is the LSU fan delusional part. Everyone gets like +5 aura when Joe walks out onto the field.
You don't think Joe being around does like morale boost the players? You don't think that does stuff for the guys in the room? You don't think that Nine's walking out on the football field, you don't think that helps at all? Do you see the difference of this football team when you have Joe Flacco versus Jake Browning? Now, could you imagine the way that this football team's going to look? This team. Look, I'm just saying, I understand. I will completely, like I said, I understand your guys'. Trust me. I was out on this team 2 weeks ago. If this tweet didn't come out about Joe, I'd still be out on this football team. I would. But you cannot sit here and tell me you watch the Pittsburgh Steelers and think these cats are elite. These guys fucking suck. These cats are terrible. I've said that from the jump 6 weeks ago. I said they're going to go from 1-5 to win the division. I said that forever ago, and it's probably going to happen. But if the fucking Baltimore Ravens can go from 1-5 to whatever, you're going to tell me the Burrow Bengals can't win a couple ball games?
The Bears.
When's the last time Buffalo and Josh Allen beat Joe Burrow? Let me tell you something. Never happened. It's never happened. Okay, so.
By the way.
A little bit sold in, and we owe, and last year we owe this Patriots football team an ass whooping. I'm telling you, my delusions kicked in a little bit, but when you spend $2,000 on season tickets, you're allowed to be delusional.
Hold on. I got a question.
I would still blow this entire defense up in the offseason.
Now here's my question. Are you going to the game November 23rd?
Which one's that?
The Patriots game.
Yeah, I'll be there.
He said he was done. He said he was done.
Because if we lose in Pittsburgh, that means New England is a must-win. Because if they lose this week and next week, Burrow's not coming back this year because obviously they're going to be fucking 3-8. Need to win out against that schedule, and it ain't fucking happening. Okay, I think them finishing fucking what? 1-1, 3-1, so 4-2, 7-2 is fucking. I think that's far fucking fetched, or 6-2, whatever that fucking ending is. I think that's far fetched. But hey, shit can happen. It's football. It's National Football League. Nobody sat here and thought the Jets, besides Mike trolling his pick, thought the Jets were going to beat the Bengals. He only did that. He never knew. He can sit there and look at his smirk. He only did that as a troll pick. Nobody thought the Jets were going to win that fucking football game.
I know ball.
Giants every week.
They should have won 4 of them.
So, anyways, I'm just saying, I am not completely back on the Bengals, but them announcing Joe coming back, or Joe announcing he could possibly be coming back Thursday night against Baltimore, it's kind of got my blood going a little bit, a little excitement. But and again, I think what they did is they strategically announced that, because if they lose in Baltimore or lose this week, that means turns New England into a must-win, and I think the stadium would have to show up. And if they win that week, then I think you would see Burrow. I think if they go 1-1 regardless, you see Burrow Thursday night against Baltimore on Thanksgiving. If they lose both, you won't see them. You won't see them till next season. So that's my delusion. Is it plausible? Probably not. Baltimore gonna win the division? More than likely. But can I have a little bit of fun? Yeah. Fuck. I mean, Lane Kiffin's leaving and going to Florida. My football life's falling to hell.
Wait, that's
Just-
confirmed? That got confirmed?
more than likely. But yeah, but then look at Pittsburgh first. They don't have a cakewalk either. Like, I gotta root for the Pack Town. But but yet again, how many losses they have? 5. So you got to look for 3 losses out of here, and you got to hope the Bengals give them 1. You know what I mean? Like, you got to just hope they do. And what the Bengals give them 2, then that's like, and then go look at fucking Pittsburgh. You got to look at the schedules before you think I'm just like sounding delusional. Go look at Pittsburgh's schedule. Pittsburgh's schedule is not any better. These cats play everybody to end the year. They play the Bills, the Bears, the Lions.
The Bears.
These cats are going to lose some football. You're telling me you can't. If you don't
I think they beat this Pittsburgh team's fucking horrible.
I think they lose to the Rams, Bills, and Lions, and then when you're looking at obviously the 2 Browns game or the Browns game and the 2 Ravens games, I mean those are AFC North. Those are toss-up football games. I don't care what anyone. I've watched Ryan fucking Finley beat the fucking Steelers, and the Bengals had 1 win on the year. It was my senior year of high school. Bengals were terrible, and they beat the Steelers when they were like 11-0. That was their first loss of the year. That was their first loss when the Bengals beat them.
They're very injury riddled right now.
They're not even that. They paid money for old people. It's simple as that. So I think it's.
Hurt. Yeah, I know.
I know the Bengals would love to have him here in Cincy. I take them.
We don't want his ass in New York.
I think it's very plausible. Now you can now they still got to show them play football, and that's their defense. They got to get like 3 stops. They got to do something. They got to fight. They're looking like fucking whores in a porno, not fighting back.
All right, well, you want to go on your Broncos rant?
Apparently they can't hear you at all, Sketch.
Yeah, it reset to default microphone, which was nothing. So now they can hear me. So they haven't heard me say a single word the whole podcast. That's great.
Me and Austin haven't really let you get that many in, so.
Yeah, I mean, you guys. It's fine because we were in y'all's segments, so it's whatever.
He just fixed it.
Yeah, I fixed it now. I'm sorry about that. It's good that you did the intro, Mike, instead of me this time. Okay. Yeah. I mean, for the Broncos, there's really like one issue right now, and it's
10. It's the guy on the screen.
I mean, it's Bo Nix. It's the offense in general, but
it's 10.
I feel like Bo Nix honestly has been playing injured. It feels like he is scared in the pocket, like won't set his feet, he just has happy feet.
He's got happy feet, bro.
Can I ask you a question? He did not have early in this season, and he did not have last season. I mean, he had early last season. He kind of got rid of that at the end of last season. And, I mean, he did pretty well at the beginning of this season in a few games, like the Colts games. But he's just been on a steady decline. And I feel like, especially when you watch the second half of the Houston Texans game and then our game against the Raiders, I feel like somewhere in that Texans game, he got hurt. And he just was not able to throw the ball properly in either the second half of the Texans game or in the Raiders game, to be honest.
I got a question.
Like I want to get but yeah, you go ahead.
I want to get a question in for Sketch. Do you think he's plateaued? Do you think the Bo Nix that we are seeing is the best Bo Nix? How much better do you see him getting better?
He's declined a little bit. There's no way if he plays as good as he did in the second half of last year, this team could win multiple playoff games.
So we were having this conversation at work because I think I said it last week. One of my coworkers lived in Denver. He's a huge Denver fan, and he talked about it all the time. is he loves Bo Nix as our quarterback and what he's done so far coming in, whatever. But he says his biggest concern is that the Bo Nix you saw rookie year Bo Nix and maybe this year to next year is going to be the best he's ever been because he was in college for 6 years and came out pretty
At
much
24.
a finished
Yeah,
product
Joe
of
Burrow
a quarterback.
also came out of college at 24, though. He didn't play
Who did?
years in college, but Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe didn't start for 4 years or 5 years in college. Joe only started for 2.
Yeah, I know that there's playing experience, but like his age, people talk about Bo Nix's age a lot. His age really isn't that big of a problem. He's 25 in his second year.
So, but
Oh,
you,
yeah.
I don't think he's plateaued. Listen, Josh Allen was terrible his first 2 years, and I'm not saying Bo Nix is Josh Allen. He's obviously a different player, but Josh
Jackson
Allen
Dart.
was terrible his first 2 years, and Bo
right,
Nix
but he
played
also
great last
wasn't
year.
like. Well, what I
Okay.
guess I'm saying is like with Josh, he was more of like a younger, unproven kind of prospect, and when like the Broncos picked Bo, they picked Bo because he was the most NFL ready quarterback, more than likely to go out there and play. Now you saw a great play from him, from week 9 and after, or 10 and after. And then I haven't seen him get back to that level all year. I mean,
Okay.
I know I'm always hard on the Broncos, but it's just like, at what point do you see Joe's second year in the league, they were in the Super Bowl and he was
Well, let me tell you this.
throwing shit out of football.
Let me tell you this.
That's
Bo
just a
Nix-
question.
Well, first of all, we're 8-2, so if he figures something out, especially we have one game in the next 23 days, we might lose this Chiefs game, and that's fine. But we had a 10-day break, and now we have another 14-day break for everybody to get healthy. And then we play the Commanders and the Raiders, so we have some
I'll just
time
say-
to work with right now. But listen to this: last year, in the Bengals game, I think it was the Bengals game, or it was maybe it was the Browns game. One of those two games, a little bit later in the season, Bo Nix fractured his spine. They didn't find out until the end of the season. The entire offseason, he didn't throw a football once. So I feel like he has slowly been progressing this year, not as fast as you would like, but I think that time off from throwing the football really hurt his accuracy, obviously, because his accuracy was tremendously better last year as a rookie. You don't just lose that much accuracy in 1 year, out of
You
nowhere.
never really lose your accuracy. It's just,
Well, he didn't
I don't
throw
know,
the ball for 3 months, is what I was saying, and
I'm staring at him right now. I mean, he's really had 2 good games this year, like throwing the football. Unfortunately, it doesn't
Yeah.
even fucking count because everybody has a good game against the Bengals. His best game passing is 326 against the Bengals, and then his second
then-
best game is against New
That's a-
York at 279. This dude has 1, 2, 3, 4,
and
5.
he played great
So
against the
they've
Colts
played-
as well.
they-
And the Colts are a good team.
He had-
That's
he had
one game
two- he-
where he
he had
has a little bit
200
of proof.
He had 206 yards passing.
And he had 3 touchdowns. He converted in the red zone.
Right, but I was gonna say he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they played 9 games. Half his games he has under 180 yards passing.
But I feel like, okay, so you guys don't watch the Broncos games as much as me. I understand that.
I actually
his
watched a decent
stats-
amount. They played some good
his-
primetime.
His stats are obviously not great this year. They're still all right.
He's missed a
especially-
lot of throws.
He's missed a lot of big throws, and he takes a lot of
The
deep
one-
shots that he shouldn't take. But the thing is, I think what you guys don't see as much as I see, because I pay attention so much to it, is his talent players, like his skill position players, are not there.
I agree with that completely. You guys are
after Cortland
Nah,
Sutton,
they're-
none of their receivers are a wide
Troy
receiver.
Franklin's
caliber.
good.
Troy Franklin is a good third option, but he has the most targets on the team. Cortland Sutton is not a good wide receiver 1. He's about a good wide receiver 2 to a bad wide receiver 1. And
I agree with
everybody
that
else
completely.
on the team
I can see
fucking
that.
sucks. Marvin Mims is a great utility player and a great deep ball guy, but he can't run a route in the middle of the field. So they have no talent. Evan Ingram was the tight end they were supposed to go get to be their utility player alongside Marvin Mims this year. He has been absolutely horrendous, terrible, dog shit awful.
I'm not gonna lie.
He hasn't even been on the football field.
He hasn't even been
look,
But like
look.
everybody knew that going into it. He's been injury prone his entire career. So that was
No,
he only
it
missed
hasn't even
3
really
games.
been
He only
injuries,
missed
I
3
feel like,
games,
bro.
Yeah. He only
He's
missed
been
3
in that.
games.
I picked
He
him up-
literally
I picked him
he's
up in
dropped
fantasy.
so many. He's dropped so many fucking targets, and then he just is unable to get open. Sometimes he's late to landmarks. So like, there's a few intentional grounding calls that Bo Nix has gotten because he's gotten pressure quick on like a fast pass play, and he tries to throw the ball away to where Evan Ingram is on the landmark, or where he's supposed to be, because Bo Nix knows his landmarks. That's how Sean Payton teaches his offenses. And he throws the ball to the landmark, but he gets intentional grounding because Evan Ingram's not even fucking there yet. Because he's slow. He's just not good off the start this year. He hasn't been catching passes. I mean,
He's
I don't
always
know.
had drop issues. He's always
Yeah.
had drop issues. That's one thing that you know you're gonna get with him. But
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't agree with how they use him. He's a guy that like you got to be lining up like as a slot receiver, shit like
what they
that. And I
do.
don't see him ever doing that. They always have him tied to the line. I think it's honestly it's more a coaching issue than the player issue.
I think
did
Just
it.
not
He-
using
he-
their personnel properly.
I think
He always
that
lined
they're-
up in the slot, too, at
They
Ole
do have a
Miss.
lot of
He never
personnel
lined up on the
issues,
line.
and I mean that's what they went in the offseason and signed Trent Sherfield, who was like a good blocking wide receiver and special teams player. And they did that to replace Lil Jordan Humphrey, and he's been worse than Lil Jordan Humphrey in every way. And that's why we went and signed him back off of your guys' practice squad. 'Cause
Yeah,
we just-
fuck you, Joe. Hold on. Sorry. Fuck you, Joe Shane. You absolute moron. The fact that Jalen Hyatt still has a spot on this roster and you don't put fucking little Jordan Humphrey on the roster when that guy's went out there and made plays for us
He
in a
makes
fucking big
plays.
game.
He is a dog. He's not like a good starting caliber player, but he is like a good utility player for sure.
Yeah, but
But-
I know we kind of gone around and griped about this, but I'm not so. I think this Broncos team is saddest for me to say because I know you are a Broncos fan. I see this team running into the same postseason end that they did last year,
I don't
playing
think
the Bills.
I think
I don't see this
here's the
team winning a
thing-
playoff
Here's
game.
the thing: if we steal one of the 2 Chiefs games and beat the Chargers at the end of the year, which if their injuries keep going the way they are, that'll probably happen. We're probably going to win the West and play the Jaguars or the Steelers if they make a wild card spot.
Steelers won't make a wild card spot.
Steelers won't win the walk. Yeah, you'll be playing.
There's
They'll
only
be
one
playing
team from
on-
the
Either
NFC
way-
North making it.
Either
you're
way,
probably
if
gonna
we win
play.
the
You're
West-
probably gonna play. If you win the West, you might be playing a team like when the Bengals won the North but played Baltimore here. You might be running into you play like the Chiefs there or something like that. It's a
It could.
possibility.
I mean,
like
I think if we play the Chiefs in
I'm not
Denver-
saying. I just like yet again. I do not. I think you win. Like look at, name me one team in the last, and take away. And then now maybe this could be a Philadelphia Eagles situation from 2018. But look at all your Super Bowls that have been won in the last decade. Been great quarterbacks. I don't think you can slide through the playoffs
No,
because
they
of this day
haven't.
and age. Who?
Oh, what?
Fucking
Who?
Carson Wentz
Who?
won a Super Bowl.
No, he
Nick
didn't.
Foles.
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
And
Okay,
I said
that's the
I
same
just brought
shit.
that up. I
Oh, I
said
didn't hear
that one. I said that one. Maybe the Eagles in 2017. That might be the
Peyton
one
Manning,
argument that
Peyton
you
Manning
have.
was terrible the year we won the Super Bowl.
Peyton
he had
Manning's
9
an all-time
touchdowns
great
and-
quarterback.
It doesn't matter. He was dog shit awful that year. He threw 0 touchdowns and
I'm
1
just
interception
saying,
in the Super Bowl.
When you look at
He
teams
had
that win
9
Super
touchdowns
Bowls,
on the season.
okay, I'm
9.
just saying.
On the entire
He's-
season. He played 10 games and only had 9 touchdowns.
How did he play in the Super Bowl?
He had 0 touchdowns and 1 interception. Terrible. CJ Anderson
Great.
saved his ass.
Did his job. I'm just saying. Yeah, but you're mentioning. I don't know.
Terrible.
I think when you look at it, I
You guys-
understand. I come off as a straight.
Hold on.
Defenses
but
win
it's just-
Super Bowls.
I don't know.
Defenses win
But-
Super Bowls. And our defense is good. If Bo Nix can take a minor leap, not even a major leap, a minor leap, this team is exactly what the record says they are.
Also, you guys Austin said he didn't want it. You guys should have lost to the Raiders, probably like 35-10, if I'm being
Yeah, and
honest.
also I was gonna get into that because I saw that tweet. And I'm gonna pull it up.
Also, did you see Riley Moss get absolutely barbecue chickened by
We
what's
bully
his
that
name?
cat enough.
Thornton?
But
You
I
guys
understand
keep-
my football.
You guys
I
pretend
understand-
Riley Moss is terrible. He's doing great. I don't care.
No.
He-
So
he
this
gets
is the
cooked
thing. Like,
once or twice a game. That's gonna happen when you get targeted as much as he does. I mean, that just literally is just gonna happen.
but he doesn't have PS2 on the other side anymore.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? He shut down Nico Collins, didn't he? He had like 3 PBUs on Nico Collins and locked him down the entire game.
I'm just saying, that's the one guy in the NFL that I hate. I think he's dog shit. I don't think he deserves to get paid.
Riley Moss, you are
He's not that
tripping.
bad.
You
I'm
are
just gonna say this.
tripping, dude. He
You
would
guys have
start on. He
beaten
would start
The
on
Raiders,
on
the
literally
Texans,
20 other
the
teams.
Giants, the Jets, and you guys have like barely beaten those teams. And it's just this
Yes,
isn't
and
a
that's
team that
because
I'm like.
our offense has struggles. Like I said, if Bo Nix takes a leap, we're there.
And
our
I think if your
defense-
offense is going to struggle against a team like the Bills and the Chiefs,
Like
I think you guys are
But here's the
losing
thing.
those
Here's the
football
thing, though. Here's the thing that didn't happen last year. That's happening this year. Is that we're also keeping good teams to low scores, which we didn't do
Who?
last year.
Who?
Like, I mean, hold on. Let me go through our games because I can't even.
I'm
think
staring
right
at
now.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely the Eagles, right? But obviously they've had offensive struggles.
That's it.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You're gonna
the
count the
Chargers.
Bengals
The
at
Chargers
3?
were not injured. They kept them to 27 or 23 points, which I know we lost that game, right? But our defense played great in that game. 23 is not a lot of
23
points. That's not a lot of
23 is not. You played great.
It's not you played
You
great.
got
It's not you played great. No, that's not what I'm saying. But they're not like letting good offenses walk all over them.
They
That
haven't
hasn't
really played
happened.
any good offenses.
I mean, they
Staring at it.
They
Like
played
the
the
Titans,
Cowboys.
Colts.
Cowboys.
Hung fucking 24 up.
They
That's-
got
like, why are we
garbage.
acting
They
like-
got garbage time points. It was 44 to fucking 14 or some shit, dude. Like,
I don't know. The Cowboys. I don't even think the Cowboys are good football.
okay, the only team that's really put up points on us at all this year are the Giants, and I mean it was off of 3
By the
busted
way,
plays.
just so you
off
guys
of
know,
3 busted
the-
plays. One was a big busted
the-
run play. The other one was a lucky fucking tip
The
catch.
league
you know what I mean?
average in points scored per game is 22 points. I just googled it. It's 22 points per game.
Broncos is top
So
5 in
that's-
scoring allowed.
I'm just saying, like, that's like the national average. So the holding somebody to 23 points a game, that's like
But
that's
what,
good
what
in the
offense
NFL.
has looked better than the Colts offense this year? They put up 29, which should have been 26. But
which offense has looked better than the
well, I guess Seattle.
Hold on.
Seattle. Okay, well, hold on. In the AFC is what I'm talking about. In
Bengals?
the AFC,
Yeah.
the Bengals. But we're talking about playoffs. We're talking about games in the playoffs.
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
Okay, dude.
Oh,
We're talking about games in the
No.
playoffs. If we play the Bengals in the playoffs, by the way, I don't care who's playing. They're getting fucking obliterated.
We'll see.
anyways, no, I don't know. Not huge on the Broncos. Bo Nix has to show me more to let me know that they're.
I think I
well,
think they can win a
I
playoff
didn't even
game.
list
I
all
think
my
they can
gonna
win.
gripes.
play.
Which my
do you,
gripe
Mike, do you
right
see
now,
this team? Do you see
Like-
this team walking into, and they probably won't with the way it ends out. But do you see this team beating an Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes led team in January?
Listen,
You
we're not
see
even. We're not
You
even
see
to-
this team beating. You see this team beating Josh Allen, and whatever his name is, in the Bills, in January. You see this team
depends
beating
on
Yes,
the
the
Patriots.
Bills look like dog shit. I do see us beating
Oh.
the Bills. I mean,
I'm just saying, I don't see
not
you
like
beat.
dog
I'm
shit,
saying
but the Bills look
and
very
playoff
inconsistent
fo-
and not
playoff
like a consistent.
football
not like
is-
a decent
Don't
team.
forget, the Bills team's the same team that whooped y'all 31-7, 12 months ago in the playoffs.
Okay,
So,
they were a
the
much better
playoff
team
football
last
is-
year.
Playoff football is
They were a
completely
much better
different,
team
and
last year.
that's the one thing that the Broncos don't have, and I'm pretty sure they're the same personnel coming back. If I'm not mistaken.
Who?
The Bills?
Yeah.
Okay, they
Yeah,
can have the same personnel. They're not playing nearly as good this year as they did last year.
I think they'll figure it out. Anyways, we're
They might,
going really,
they might,
really
but as
in.
of right now, yeah, we need to keep moving because the game starts in 10 minutes and we're not even on the recap from last week.
Fuck.
All right, so we're gonna
just-
speed run this bitch.
Yeah, we're gonna speed run this. Look, obviously the Broncos game was awful. Obviously the Falcons should have won. Obviously Cleveland is horrible. New England and
Did
Tampa
Green
Bay
Bay or
both
Philly
played
win?
great. Huh?
Did you get that flip?
Yeah.
Oh, I did flip
Yeah.
that. God damn it, they were both green.
Now that game was a snooze fucking fest, by the way. That was
Yeah.
the worst fucking game I've ever watched in my fucking
yeah.
life.
This is right.
Every
Heard that-
primetime game sucked. Every primetime game
heard
sucked.
that
We're not
shit.
talking
The,
about it
fucking
anymore.
the
Fuck
4
off.
p.m. window. This was the 4 p.m. window.
The New York Jets beating the Brownies with Justin Fields having
Oh
50
wait, my
passing
mouse
yards.
is on the other
Absurd.
screen. This is the 4 p.m. window. I was on the wrong.
I told you guys the Patriots are legit, by the way. Fucking
Huh?
Baker Mayfield's washed.
Oh, this game was
All
crazy.
right,
that.
all right. I'm gonna draw the line there. We're not gonna go that far.
Wait, what did you say?
Miami beating Buffalo. Like I said,
What did
Tua
he
was out
say?
there.
Did he
just
say Baker was
Tua-
washed?
Yeah, that Tampa team's falling off a cliff. Miami.
They played good in that game. Both teams.
Tua was out there.
Both of
Tua
those
was
teams played
concussed. He's just out there chucking 50-50 balls to the fastest guy on the football field.
He said,
A-Chain
"Go run."
A-Chain might be the second best running back in the National Football League. You might not
Third.
be able to change my mind on that.
Third.
I put him second behind JT right now. That cat is fucking.
You got him over CMC?
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. Guys, as you know, Austin's sick. He's dealing with something today. So
Jacksonville, that
CMC's
breakdown just ended their season. I'm just gonna say it. Jacksonville
What did
is probably.
What did Austin say? Jacksonville's are. I've said it about some teams. They're frauds.
I
The
swear
fraud-
at the beginning of the
is
year
Houston
you were saying they were gonna
Is
beat the
Houston
Colts
coming
for the
back
division.
in the South? Are they coming back?
No,
Are they
there's
out
no
of-
chance. I think the Colts are. winning that. The Colts got
just that-
rocked.
look, I know we were speed running this. Just a quick heads up on the graphic. I know it says New Orleans and Carolina were on a bye. New Orleans actually did beat Carolina this past week.
Oh yeah.
Yet again,
dude,
when
how
you
did-
try to pick Carolina, we talked good about them last week on the show. Them being 5-4. Guess what? That talk ended real quick.
They started the podcast again last week, didn't they?
Yeah, they probably did.
I
That's
think they did.
terrible.
I think they brought it back.
I don't know how. I looked through the scores. I knew I was missing a game, but I was looking through the scores on Google, and there was no score for the New Orleans Carolina game. It literally just wasn't on Google for me.
I might say this though. Seattle might be legit.
Yeah.
they're
No,
they're my number one team right now. I mean, they just look like
Seattle might be legit.
Even when Sam Darnold
Yet
plays
again,
like dog
I picked
shit,
the Rams
you know
over
what
the 49ers as well. I think Seattle and the Rams are my top two teams as of right now.
I mean? Yeah. Same.
Interesting.
And Detroit's busting ass, and Pittsburgh sucks. So,
Det-
yeah, not really that much
Detroit-
crazy shit.
Honestly, Detroit, I'm never sold on until the playoffs. I don't know about
I don't
you
give
guys.
a fuck. I trust that Dan Campbell
Do
can
you
get me
though?
to run through a
Because
brick
look at
wall.
their last 2 years. They were the best team in football in the regular season the last 2 years and did not win a single thing in the playoffs.
But why don't they win in the playoffs? Because Jared Goff pisses down his leg. I'm telling you, you might say
So-
it, and it doesn't matter. Quarterback play matters so much in the playoffs because it's the little things that count. Minimal errors, missed throws, turnovers, and whatnot. I think having an elite quarterback, and might bring up that one Falcons or the Eagles thing or whatever, but like from 2015 to like now, it's been Brady, Mahomes, and fucking Jalen Hurts winning Super Bowls. It's only elite quarterbacks. And I think that's why they faltered a lot, is because Jared Goff, he got you to the Super Bowl when he was with the Rams. He put up fucking no points in that shit. It showed you right fucking there that you have to be able to score points and have an efficient offense in the postseason. And that's why they probably falter in the postseason, is because Jared Goff's not a top elite quarterback. He's not. I don't think he's in the top 10, top 8.
I mean, but
I think
how are you?
that's my argument.
Well, yeah, and you can say, but that's what But I said I don't trust the Lions in the playoffs, and so that's why I say I can never really. Like, I just don't trust them as, like, a top 5 team ever. I think I have them in my top 5, but I don't trust them to stay there. Not because they're not going to have a great regular season record, but they just never make a run in the playoffs. It just does. Like, if they play a good defense, it's just over there. And, I mean, I know the Rams last year were, like, injury prone, and they ended up, like, having a really bad start to the season, so their record looked a little bit worse in the playoffs, and they should have had a better seed, but... I mean,
Coulda, woulda.
they.
All that bitch shoulda.
That's what they smoked Detroit. So that was last year, right? That the Rams smoked Detroit? Yeah. Yeah.
I was drinking bottles of bourbon.
Game of the week prediction for this week. What
I'm unprepared. Bengals Steelers. The
Bengals,
icy hot ball. Fuck it.
That might be
Fuck
a
it.
good
The
one.
icy hot ball taking apart in Schittsburg. Fuck them. It's Steelers week. All I'm saying is, I know you guys are scrolling to look for years. The Bengals social media team has been fire this week, and this Bengals defense is just throwing away all the heat they're putting out. They're literally ruining my life.
I mean, I think it's obvious. The two best teams in football play each other this week.
Seahawks, Rams.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, shoot. Lions, Eagles could be a pretty Bucks, Bills might be a fun watch actually, because both of their defenses blow dick. So that might be a fun game. I'm gonna say Bucks, Bills. I mean, both of their defenses just can't stop a fucking runny nose. So
we love defenses that suck here on the show, on the pod.
It's me.
Oh, yeah.
But we pay a lot of money for our defense.
Upset potential of the week. Bengals, Steelers.
Bengals.
I'm unprepared.
Listen.
I'm last minute to everything.
I'm
all hooday. No, I won't be here next week if we lose. I'm sick.
I'm gonna have to do the same thing that Austin's doing. Pull Mike this week and say the Broncos might have the upset potential of the week.
Is that an upset?
The Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs are the Chiefs, right? And their,
but is it betting money?
Their defense has been very inconsistent. Their offensive line blows, and our defense has been really strong.
Damn.
If they can put a cap on Patrick Mahomes,
that is an upset. It's 60% of the money on the Chiefs right now.
Yeah.
60% of the bread on them.
I mean, you expect it to be an upset, though. The Chiefs, the Chiefs are the Chiefs. They're more proven than the Broncos. Even if the Broncos were winning our games convincingly, I would still bet that the betting would be pretty even. Like, I just think that the Chiefs have they just command a certain respect no matter what. No matter what their record shows. I mean, even last year they started 2-4 and ended up in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, they're always the favorites, I feel like. Almost always, at least.
I mean, until they don't win until they fucking just have a terrible season, I think every year everybody's gonna bet on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna think the Chiefs are gonna win until these cats don't make the playoffs. They're gonna make the playoffs and always go on a run. It's an Andy Reid led team. Mahomes is the second greatest quarterback of all time.
So I got a question, guys. Do you think history repeats itself?
Yes.
Sometimes, yeah.
100%.
History repeats itself?
I'm picking it this week.
Because, if we were going to say history repeats itself, the last time the New York Giants played the Green Bay Packers at home, they trotted out their third-string quarterback. He went by the name of Tommy Cutlets, and he went on and he led the team to victory.
So Austin's saying
I think if y'all's offense doesn't take
just
a huge dip from Jackson Dart with James,
they're gonna take a dip.
You think?
It's gonna.
Jameis was putting up some stats
it's not my
in
pick.
Cleveland last year. Jameis was putting up some stats in Cleveland.
They have no receivers right now in New York.
Listen up. It's not my pick. It's not my pick. But it's funny enough, Sketchy. You actually did bring up my pick while you were just talking about that. Give me the Cleveland Browns to take down the Ravens this week.
I love that pick. I fucking love that pick. That is a great pick, Michael. I couldn't have picked that any better myself.
I would like that to happen just because I want good teams.
I would love for it to happen too. Opens up great storylines if the Bengals win. I love that pick.
By the way, just so you know, Dylan Gabriel, I don't ever want to prey on an injury, but Dylan Gabriel gets hurt, and then you know what time it is.
Oh, man.
He's going to come in and he's going to outduel Lamar. Now, granted, I'm not feeling too great with that after I did just look up Lamar's record in 4:00 games on Sundays, and it's 18-3 all time.
Fine. Where's the game at? Cleveland?
It's in Cleveland.
Oh, don't worry.
I will not be watching that game. Trust. The Broncos game's on at the same time. I'm missing the Cleveland.
Sketchy's going to be glued to his TV. I'm going to be on a train ride back home.
Oh, man. But, all right. Fantasy start bench. We don't have answers for Austin, obviously, but...
Sorry, Austin. We could do it really quick. Nah, because you know who I picked up in every league? Because somebody had to get a concussion. Somebody just had to start seeing stars. Don't worry. I agree with Mike's pick because I picked them up myself. I'm expecting the Icy Hot Bowl. I'm expecting to see a lot of this around the football field, a lot of this. That's a great pick. Brees Hall, as he's trotting into the end zone right now, is a terrible pick.
Is he actually?
Yep. A.J. Brown, that is a
5 minutes
phenomenal
into the
pick.
game.
That guy's on Twitter, on TikTok, on Twitch saying, cut me from the team.
Yeah.
Drop me on fantasy. Great pick. Jordan Mason, not really huge on that.
That's not
But
Jordan Mason.
I know he is
that's,
coming
that's
back.
Aaron Jones.
Who's that? Oh, my bad. That's who I meant.
He's back. He's
I apologize.
back. That's my boy, Aaron Jones. He got 15 points his first week back, 12 in his second. So I'm expecting him to keep it up, maybe even ramp it up a little bit more. Because Jordan Mason has
I
been
saw that
underwhelming.
I think is Minnesota.
Justin Fields loose.
Cold at my spray soda?
But no,
Alright.
I think that's some pretty good start benches. I think the A.J. Brown situation's funny. And they interviewed him today after practice, and he was like, well, obviously things aren't going great, so I'm just laughing through it and trying to get through it or whatever. But I think I won't be surprised to see him get traded from Philly to come this
Yeah.
offseason.
Yeah. No, I think he's honestly out of there. I don't think that they're making game plans around him. I think that with the way that he threatens defenses, they can just kind of use him to pull some defenders and try to throw away from him. And I honestly think that might be what they're doing because it feels like they are just avoiding him in the offense overall. Like, it really feels like Nick Sirianni, to be honest, I think he got blessed with a good team. I think he is the most obnoxious, not great fucking team leader, head coach. Like, he might be good. He might be football smart, but, like, not a leader of men kind of guy. I'm just not a fan of Nick Sirianni, and I think...
I'm not a fan of this Eagles team, dude. I don't like half this roster.
I just think that he got blessed with good coordinators like Vic Fangio and decent talent on both sides of the ball, to be honest. So
I agree with that.
I just think Nick Sirianni is just... I think he should be fired, honestly. But
I mean,
you can't say that after winning a Super Bowl. It's hard to say. But, I mean, I even know Eagles fans that kind of feel the same way. They're not Sirianni fans.
We won't fire
A.J. Brown said, trade me.
Oh, yeah. Where were you at when I said that? You were in La La Land.
I was locked
Game
into
predictions.
I was locked into the Jets Pats game.
Sorry, up. We're almost
Game
done.
predictions, yeah. Yep. Denver, Casey. Obviously, I'm going Denver.
Give me the Red Kingdom. Give me the Chiefs. I'm always picking
We're
against
going
the
to Arrowhead.
Broncos. If my team can't win, your team can't win. Give me the Packers. It's not even close.
Give me the Giants.
I have to say the Packers with famous Jameis on the field. He's about to be throwing up crab legs to the defense.
Nah. He's throwing for 6 touchdowns. 2 might be to the Packers, but we're good.
Yeah. All right. Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh. Honestly, dude, I honestly think that the Bengals might win this one. I can't lie. Pittsburgh has not been convincing.
Don't worry, we know where Mike's going because he's a
follow
bitch.
Pittsburgh almost
We're going
as
to
closely as I
Bengals.
follow Denver, and they just haven't been impressive at all this year.
I'm telling you, the vibe in Cincinnati's up. Burrow's on the practice field. He might fucking trot out there on
never
Sunday.
Feels like they can get a stop when they need to. And I'm saying that when Jalen Ramsey had that crazy stop in the Jets game week 1 and then did it again the very next week right at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But since
yet again,
their defense just can't stop anything. Not that they're as bad as the Bengals defense has been.
You seeing another shootout? This is
I
another
think
hot
it
bowl.
might be another icy hot bowl shootout.
Fuck yeah. And that's the game of the week.
Now
we're running trickery, hickory do.
It could be that, or you guys might simply just blow them out, in my opinion, because Aaron Rodgers has been playing for 10 weeks, and he's old, and he's getting worn out.
You saying the Bengals defense might come out here?
Yeah, they might, because he has looked older and older every week. I don't know if you guys think the same thing.
I got some bad news.
What's up?
Shamar Stewart's out. Trey Henderson's out. We got no pass rush. A-Rod's throwing for 500.
Oh, that might be.
He's throwing for 500.
I said he's
Joe's throwing for
but if
501.
he doesn't have to move around in the pocket, who cares how aged he
Well,
looks?
so they cut.
Whatever
So
it is.
with the Eagles, when they traded for that Phillips guy from Miami, they ended up cutting like somebody the Bengals graded really high. He's like the 40th graded player on their big board. So Philly, when they traded, they had to cut somebody or put him to the practice squad. Bengals signed him, and he's probably going to be our best edge rusher on Sunday. Our Bengals defense look like shit. I don't care.
Let's see.
Jalen Warren might run for 500 yards. It's going to be ugly.
Philly versus Detroit. I'm gonna have to go with Detroit, to be honest.
I'm with
Philly,
you on that one.
the
I am a
vibes are
Philly
not
fucking
good.
hater. I'm not a fan of
yeah.
Jalen Hurts or Sirianni. Give me
Detroit.
Detroit.
We got 3 Detroits.
I need New England. I have them in my
Jerks
survivor.
versus New England.
Wait, Mike, who do you need?
I have New England in my survivor.
Who'd you pick against? Who? Bengals, Steelers? What'd you pick?
The Bengals.
Give me the Jets.
I'm gonna pick the Jets, honestly.
Fucking
well,
asshole.
actually, no wait, not the Jets. I don't know why I said that. I'm gonna pick the
Yeah, I'm not
Patriots.
gonna lie. I'm faded. I'm going with New
the-
England too. By the way, I'm
I
sorry.
feel like the
I'm going
Patriots
with-
could play a bad game
I-
and still win this game. So,
They're wearing these unis. I'm kind of we're cheating a little bit, but I
yeah.
mean we're all picking New England, and the Jets are about to score a touchdown. So
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, who's starting for the Jets, by the way? Did Justin Fields get benched
Justin
yet?
Fields,
Oh, okay. Well, our week 11
Adonai
power
Mitchell on the 3.
rankings.
Oh, you gotta get in there, Mitchell.
Let's hurry up and go through these so that we can go and watch the game. So we got the same top 2, honestly, and I
agree with the top 2.
I mixed up
The
my
number
Chiefs
your guys'
Lions.
number 3s are faded.
I don't agree with Mike's number 3s. My number 3 is faded as well. The Chiefs should be number 4 and the Lions should be number 3. To be honest,
I would probably put the Patriots at 3, Lions at 4, Colts at 5.
I thought you don't believe in the Colts though.
Power rankings. I do my power rankings based off current day record. That's what I think the Colts, depending on who they play, the Colts and the Broncos are both going to lose their first playoff game. I'm like, I know you might hate to hear me say it, but I'm just not sold on 2 football teams that every time they play a good team, they lose and they barely beat the shitty teams. I'm not convinced. You have, unless they show me something different the back half of the season. Now that can obviously change.
We haven't lost to any good teams. We're on a
They haven't played
7-game
anybody
win-
good.
They played in our 8-game win streak. We played the Eagles and the Texans, who the Texans have a bad record, but guess what? They're fucking they're 4 and 5.
Yeah,
and,
you guys
they're a better
haven't played.
team than
This
their
is your
record
guys'.
says.
This is your guys' first big test of the year.
This is a good
my
test. This is definitely a good test, but
So I mean, like I said, you guys have played. You guys have played the Colts and the
And we
Chargers,
should've
which
beat
were
the
2
Colts.
pretty good teams. You lost them both. You played a bum ass Bengals team.
should have beat the Colts.
Browning.
Probably should have beat the
Right?
Chargers,
Shoulda.
but that was
we
more.
we
that
could
was
say
more
shoulda, coulda,
coaching.
woulda. You guys should have lost.
Okay,
the
that
Giants
penalty
game.
was dog shit. The
I know,
Giants
but
game
I'm
they
just saying,
clutched.
you guys-
we actually lost
got-
to a penalty
I know.
that shouldn't have been a penalty. You know
But I
what
mean, you guys are still gonna win fucking 12, 13 games. Like you guys,
I think we
Chiefs,
win
and you
12
play the
at least.
Commanders and the Commanders and Raiders, and then you play the Packs, Jags. Like I mean,
That's
you're
what I'm
probably
saying
still
is
gonna
if
win
we get
11,
home,
12 games.
if we get home game playoff, like dude, I honestly I don't see us losing to one of the 7th or 8th seeds if we get home.
If the
Yeah.
Chiefs, if the Chiefs are the 7th seed, you better watch out. He's coming. That's all I gotta say.
Well,
I'll be
but
honest.
Also,
I don't know if you want to beat the Chiefs this
Bo
game.
Nix,
I don't know if you want
Nix
to beat
should have
them.
beat Patrick Mahomes, but a blocked field goal kept that from happening last year. All I'm saying.
I'm just telling you, you don't want to be anywhere near Kansas City. I'd honestly probably want
I
to
agree
lose
that
this
you
game.
obviously don't want to beat Kansas City in the play, or you don't want to play Kansas City in the playoffs, obviously. But
Because I promised
if you-
I
but,
promised the
if
belt
you're
to ASU
playing
in the
them at-
playoffs.
if not at home, I don't think at home it'll be a grueler. If we have to play at
Home
home,
belt to ass.
No, you're
Patrick
tripping. Our
Mahomes,
defense is too good at
390,
home
5
with
touchdowns.
that crowd. With that crowd at home against a rival like that, our defense is not playing bad. I promise you. It's going to be like a
I don't
fucking...
think.
That's going to be the worst
See,
playoff game
see,
you've
see,
ever watched. That's going to be the 10
see,
to 7 playoff game.
See, that's what you say. You say your defense won't play bad, but you're playing against the greatest of our generation.
And when they played against him last year, he barely put up 17 points. Or 16 points. He put up 16
In the regular
points.
season.
Yes. I understand that he gets
Postseason's
better
different.
in the postseason, but at home with the crowd behind you, it's a lot different. The Chiefs are usually playing at
I
home
don't
in the
care if you
postseason.
guys
The
go
Chiefs are
LC
actually
reincarnated.
the Chiefs are almost always at home in the postseason. Like, so if they're not at home,
I'm still
you don't know.
never going
It's
to
different.
bet. I don't
Obviously,
even give a fuck
you don't bet
if the-
against the Chiefs, but what I'm saying is that that's not a guaranteed loss.
That's a guaranteed loss.
Yeah, you're tripping.
It's
And
not
I
a
kind
guaranteed
of hope
loss,
it
but
happens because that would be. I mean, if
money's
we beat them
still
first
on-
round,
money's
that's.
still- money will still all be on Kansas City.
I agree with that, and but I just to say that it's a guaranteed loss for the Broncos if they were to have home field advantage. If we had to go travel to Kansas City, I would say there's no way we win.
I would say this though, and if you disagree, that I'd say you're faded. There is no team. If I would rather play the 2-seeded fucking Patriots or the 3-seeded fucking whoever over a 7 or a fucking 8 seed Kansas City. I'd rather see any other team. I'd rather see any other team.
I don't disagree. I would rather see any other team, but I'm just saying Kansas City's always at home in the playoffs. You send them to a hostile environment, you don't know what could change. I mean, Kansas City has one of the best top 3 home crowd advantages in the league. Their stadium
They probably have the
insanely
best.
loud. Maybe the best, yeah. I mean,
I think it is the best.
Steelers might rival it. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think it does. Not even close.
But yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you send them to a hostile environment, I don't know what can change. That's all I'm saying.
He's still the only quarterback to ever beat fucking Tom Brady. He's one of the few. So, I mean, he's that guy. I would still bet money on.
Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is great, but there's 22 people on the field. You know what I mean?
But no, yeah, just I would say the Bears being in somebody's top 10 is a fucking most absurd.
I saw that and I was like, "What the fuck?" That was one thing.
The Bears have snuck like 4. The
Mike?
Bears have snuck about 4 wins in a row, like with losses that should have been losses.
I mean, they're 6-3. They're doing great, but I wouldn't take them over any other team on this list, on either of our lists.
The Bears.